I'm Jerry James Stone and you're watching Cooking Stone. And this is going to be a Cooking Stone quick tip. Today I'm going to show you how to cut a mango. So let's go ahead and cut our mangoes. Now, when dealing with mangoes, mangoes are pricey. Even when they're in quote-unquote season here in San Francisco, they're pricey. So you want to get as much of the fruit as you possibly can. So mangoes, they're oval, they're kind of like flattish though. As you can see, it's roundish, but it's sort of oval around here, and then it's been squished a little bit. And so in the mango, from right here, there's this flat seed that kind of comes along this way. And so you're gonna want to slice off these halves around that seed. And you sort of have to guess where the seed is based on where the stem is. So when you're cutting your mango, we're gonna slice those halves right off. There's one half. The next step to cutting a mango is just to cut grooves, just kind of like how you would slice an avocado. You want to cut into it, but you do not want to cut through the peel. And then we're just going to make these little cubes here. Depending on what you're using it for, that can sort of determine the size. I'm going to use these for popsicles, so the size doesn't really matter because I'm going to puree the heck out of it. And once you have it cubed, you just pop it out like that. This is probably one of the most important parts of cutting a mango, because it actually gets the most fruit out of it, is if you have a really fresh mango, and depending on, once again, what you're using them for, you can just break these off with your finger. You don't even have to remove them. Just kind of get underneath those cubes, and it just falls right off. And this way, you actually remove more of the fruit from the peel than if you were to, say, use a knife. Of course, it helps if you want your hands to be clean, but that goes without saying, right? But just go ahead and use your finger or thumb or whatever to remove those cubes, and voila. Now, if you use a knife, there'd be a lot more fruit left on this peel. And then we have our mango chunks. There you go.